Cool. Welcome, Justin.
Ryan?
It's good to be back. It's been like a year since we've been doing this.
It has been a year. It's been a long year.
Yep. So this is a 2000. Duh. This is a
in America, this looked like one. Yeah.
A 1994.
95.
Oh, so I'm sorry.
You're wrong. It's 95.
So this freshly
minted on the 24-year import rule. Yes. Yeah. 1995 Subaru Impreza WRX wagon with a set of 16-inch Schneider wheels, 10 coilovers, factory Nardi steering wheel because the Japanese don't believe in airbags, which makes for prettier steering wheels. Stainless steel exhaust and good times. Yeah.
We've got, I don't have to, I can wear my boots and shift. I don't have to put, take my shoes off to drive it. Good, there is plenty of fuel.
Yep, we got plenty
for what we're doing.
Juice.
We were noticing, there I was able to pull away and not have to rev too high. Maybe we were on a slight incline. We were noticing that some Subarus, there it is. Yep. I guess my reverse is a much lower than first.
Yeah.
This thing needing 2,000 RPM to pull away. My Forester does something similar.
Well, it's all the turbo ones are like this. I don't think the NAs are as bad because you don't have that kind of, rubber band effect from the turbo.
It's interesting. They don't give you a boost gauge. But then again, it's recirculating. This thing doesn't, or well, we'll actually find out. Does it hiss or do anything?
Just had that tiny,
barely the
bit of that factory line. But yeah, I mean, fully stock under the hood. So
yeah.
Now remember, you're always going to be hugging the LL. It makes me have to hug the shoulder.
It's been a while since I drove from this side of the car.
Yeah. It's a pretty narrow car. So
that was me. That was you.
That was me. Actually. That was a faux pas.
I am getting it's probably because it's tighter. No, it's better than Honda. Now, of course, it has better suspension and better tires.
Yes, though the factory stuff on this was pretty aggressive.
I remember this. I remember this car from Gran Turismo 1. Now, of course, in Gran Turismo 1, I think they had the regular WRX and the STI.
Yep.
The STI, I think, had blocked off fog lights. I'm not sure, unless that was.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, blocked off fogs. Yeah. This has got the massive fogs.
Massive fogs.
Rally style fogs.
Which I turned off right now. Technically, you're not supposed to be able to run your. Wait, no, wait. You can run fogs.
In the U.S., you're not allowed to run fogs only, which is why U.S. cars will not do it.
Yeah.
Japanese don't care about any of that. So I don't know if you technically would get in trouble. I mean, it is an American law, so in theory, a cop could pull you over for it.
I see a lot of Dodge trucks rolling around with just their fogs on.
Well, yeah, and a lot of and domestic car guys, like, they'll just rewire it so that it can do that.
Yeah.
But it is illegal in America.
And also, you can't run fogs and high beams at the same time.
Yes.
For whatever reason.
Because we can do whatever we want with the government.
Yeah. That seems like a position where you should be able to run your fogs, because you get to see stuff, you get to see potholes, and you get to see the deer coming at you.
Yeah.
This thing has blocked off vents, so the vents on either side of the intercooler scoop, you can choose whether they are functional or not.
Basically just a heat extractor.
Yeah.
But the scoop, cool thing about the scoop, which you show in the regular video.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yep.
The extreme driver side of the hood scoop is actually directed into a little duct directly on top of the turbine of the turbo. I've never seen this in any US or Japanese car, but the turbine side of the turbo has its own section of the hood scoop for a cooling duct.
Ah, these brakes are good.
Yeah, pretty impressive, right?
These are stock brakes.
Yeah, it's factory brakes. But, you know, only 2,800 pounds.
Right. Yeah, we didn't talk about
Subaru.
how light the Subaru is. I've been waiting for this road.
I was going to say, we haven't been on this road since the Evo 10.
In a Subaru with proper double cams. There it is, 6,000 RPM. Oop, I went past red line for a second. Third gear, good gear.
Now remember, this is the hairpin.
Okay.
This is a hard second gear. Full-on hairpin. Formula 1 style hairpin.
Hey, other Subaru. Joop. Oh, garbage truck.
Garbage truck. Hopefully late for a garbage truck to be out.
Yeah. I parked in front of your dumpster. Did your garbage already go out?
Oh no, that wasn't our dumpster. That was our neighbor's dumpster.
Okay.
No, yeah, the garbage, for us, the garbage guys come at like 8 o'clock.
Christ, this is good. Tiny little bit of front end push, but
it is super.
or, you know, it's a kind of a wet road right now. It's
Yes.
a warm-ish day after all the snow. Turbo with a mechanical throttle. Visceral has been overused too much in the car world, but it applies in this case. It not a lot of power down. It's a tiny turbo, is it?
Yeah, 2 liter flat 4 turbos are not the.
Is this the
grungiest
beginning
things.
of the EJ series?
This is the EJ20G.
Okay.
So yes, this is the unique thing about this, compared to every other Subaru motor, with probably some exception that someone in the comments will know, is a closed deck block. So they don't have the head gasket issues that nearly every other Subaru made has because of the open deck.
Educate me. What's the difference between closed deck and open deck?
You know, I don't know. I don't know exactly.
Okay. Then we will find out. We'll do our research at dinner.
Yeah.
And come up with a good answer.
And I'm sure someone will tell us here. But yeah, it has to do. I believe that it has to do with the cooling, which would make sense for head gaskets being a problem when you have open deck. And I know that the vast majority of higher horsepower engine builds on any other Subaru motor, they make them closed deck. So yeah, I don't know exactly. It'll be interesting to look up. I should have looked it up before this, but I wasn't even really thinking about it.
I like that the wheels have a lot of rubber on them. They're not crazy big. That's taken the potholes in this part of New Jersey quite well.
Yeah. The 16. They look right. We thought they looked right on this car.
Yeah.
The 17s we feel like would have been a little bit too big. Like, you know, it's a 90s Subaru. At the height it's at, the roof height is nearly the same as our MR2.
Shifts so good.
It's pretty good, right?
Way better than my car. And but there's no shift kit or anything.
No, this is a stock shift.
Apart from
Just the knob.
from the knob, yeah. People are complaining I'm not up in the higher registries too much, so. Oops, I had to rev it higher. And this thing likes to live up top. That's only half the rev range. This thing redlines at 7,000 RPM. So it's like NA Toyota high.
Yes. Yeah, I mean a 3S GTE, you know, this vintage was 7250.
Turbo also is coming up high. So that's not ours, is it? No, that's not ours.
No.
Wait, this doesn't have dual cams. Well, it does have dual cams. I don't think it has variable valve timing though.
It does not have variable valve.
That's fine. So what I thought was variable valve timing is in fact just the turbo.
Yes.
Since I'm not hearing, since it's not making your American bro choo-choo sounds, I kind of forgot that there's a turbo in there until it starts spooling. which
Yeah,
it comes on at about 5, closer to, well, late 5. So the amount of time you have to really work the turbo is not much, but then what's the spacing in between these gears? 4,000. There's about 800 RPM between that gear and that gear, and 500 RPM between third and fourth. So that's probably good. Well, fourth you're going to be moving pretty good. Be shifting into that. What is second? Second to third is about 800 as well.
Probably want to turn around somewhere around here.
Okay.
Because we're closing in on yet road work.
Okay.
And the heart of this would be Alpacon.
Okay.
Their constabulary is not the biggest fans of the import life.
Okay. So we've got a lot to our left. We've got a food market to our right, and we've got these guys right here. So residents only.
It's more of a suggestion.
Yeah. Whoever gets this car is going to get an excellent winter car. This heater is amazing.
It is. It's like a sauna in here.
Yeah. I had it just on low, and now it's just off.
Yeah.
It's
got some balls. This 90s heater. Interestingly, the air conditioning actually works in this car as well. Obviously too cold to test, but
right.
We did test that the compressor came on, and the guy that we bought it from had it for like a year or so, and had it in the summer. And fully functioning air conditioning in a 1995
sweet
imported Subaru.
Maybe I'm getting better at driving right-hand drives cars, but maybe because this is just has the natural Subaru aesthetic that nothing feels oddly strange about it. What was the weirdest right-hand drive car that just threw me for a loop? Apart from, well, that really big Soarer that Phil Hyun had in Auckland, New Zealand.
I love the Subarus. They have the cool digital dash. I love those. It's literally a baby Supra for a fifth of the money.
Yeah. Japanese Classics is going hard with the Celsiors. I see those again and again.
Yes, and Driver Motorsports loves the Cedric.
The Cedric.
The Nissan Cedric. I'm like,
some guy's name.
Where are they looking up names for these things?
Yeah.
The Soarer, the Cedric.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a soaring Cedric.
Yeah. Oh, schools are letting out.
So classic. Oh, what time is it? Oh yeah, it is that time. Yeah, the Soarers are actually way more comfortable to drive than a Supra because they have the Super Luxo interior. Oh man, I love those things. I think we'll do one of them at some point because they're amazing value. We can't afford to buy Mark IV Supras for $50,000, $60,000. But you know, the Soarers, an automatic one is 10 to 13. A manual one is 15 to 18. And it's the 1J. Yeah. You know, twin turbo, GTE, all the good stuff. But I just love the dash, and I love their emblem. Yeah. It's almost like it reminds me of the like the Peugeot Lion a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, but it's actually more like a. I think it's actually a. What's the hybrid of the Lion and the Eagle or something? There's like weird, like mystical hybrids of animals. Oh, I can't think of it. But it's got like one of those cool hybrid names. But it's just like This looks like a wild emblem for a company like Toyota.
Yeah. This JDM wagon, it seems to be happiest at $3,000.
Yeah, well,
likes to
because it's
sit
got
up
plenty
higher.
of poke on toe end. So, like,
Yeah.
the turbo's spooling at 3.
Yeah.
It's not hitting peak until kissing 5.
Yeah.
Which is typical of most of your 2-liter turbo stuff of this vintage. But yeah, like $3,000, it's happy anywhere you want to go. And like, it's got really nice toe end. Like we were doing the chase shop, we just kind of like think about the throttle a little bit.
With
it surges up.
American dimensions are different. Even though this is a Subaru, this is not for us, so I have to move my left leg to move my hand under that part of the steering wheel or shuffle up top.
Yeah, for the little factory Nardi racing wheel, it is quite large of a diameter.
Yeah.
It's like if it was an inch smaller,
Yeah.
it'd be exactly right.
An inch, yeah.
But for, you know, the Japanese guys, legs probably an inch lower.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just get that little factory whine. That's all you get.
If this seat was a little bit lower,
Yes.
that would solve things.
Yes. Also true.
Yeah. But again, different people dimensions.
Yeah, I think we just thought this would be a fun one to do because, you know, these are pretty much fresh off the boat.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they've been here for a year. 94 was the first year of this.
Okay. I know we got a school bus in front of us. Oh yes.
It does like to turn in.
Yeah.
Surprisingly for a Subaru.
The engine doesn't cry out like a 3S GTE is. It's because it's so linear. It's hard to tell where the red line is.
Yes. Yeah. It doesn't give an obvious audible notice.
Oh,
Wow.
missed third.
Actually, just cruised over that pothole too. I braced for impact. Then.
I didn't even notice.
It was one where it was just like a little like square of pavement got chopped out. Like they had patched it and then pulled it back up.
This steering, it is hydraulic, but it is the LaCroix of power steering. I think I called some other car recently that had very minimalistic power steering, and I thought it was so good. I can't remember what kind of car it was though. Okay, now this school bus in front of us is going around that hairpin.
Yeah, he's going for it. We'll see how. See what he gets down to.
What's the school bus going to do on the hairpin?
The actual hairpin here. This should be like a 10 mile an hour for him.
Yeah. Taking it wide, turning in.
He's got the racing line.
Is he crossing? He's got the racing line. He did, but he didn't cross the center line. Awesome. Well done.
Feel that balance?
Again, I missed third.
Yeah, I missed third all the time on Subarus. It's like a little bit further laterally than I'm expecting, but like because I'm used to like a Toyota gearbox.
Yeah.
Well, an MR2 gearbox, which is pretty close. You know, or like, you know, if you get out of like an S2K, you know, and into a Subaru, you're always gonna miss third because it's like 3 times as far away as it is on an S2K. But obviously, the S2K, one of the most legendary gearboxes of all time.
It's a 4-way
for feel. Yes.
Yeah. Ooh, it just jumped. You got to be Johnny on the spot to get that shift. Yeah.
Does it not have a rev limiter? It blew right by.
Yeah, it did.
I wonder if because it's in first gear. It should still have it though. It's not computer.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, because the semi-modern of the STIs, you know, we'll say blob-eye forward.
Yeah.
You know, they have the little red light that blinks.
Okay.
When you hit red
A
line.
little shift prompt.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's actually pretty smart. But this is the 90s. You had to figure it out yourself.
Yeah. Ooh, nope. Doesn't want second. Still wants first. Okay, now we gotta play. They're turning?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. No more school bus. No more garbage truck. Hello, Ford Escape. escapes come in 2 flavors, completely clueless and aggressive as hell. All right. So 5th gear, we're going 62 kilometers an hour. Yeah, I can't do it. Yeah.
It's basically just like minus a third. That's how I always do
task saturation. What is this? 80 kilometers an hour, turning 2,600 RPM.
Yeah, it's pretty much 50 miles an hour.
Okay. Yeah, this thing is geared more aggressively than my 04 USDM Forester.
Yeah, she's singing on the highway.
Yeah. And there's nothing really to compare this to because we didn't get the WRX until 04.
Yeah.
And even then, that was a bigger car than this.
Yeah, technically the 03 Bug-Eye was our first turbo WRX.
Yeah. We got the 2.5 RS in like...
Yep, of this vintage.
When? That was...
90... Brian had one. 98 to 02, I think that body style was.
Okay.
It was now had to be earlier because these was right before. We got I don't know what year the 2.5 RSs we actually had were, but this body style we had it around the same time, just in pedestrian form.
This is interesting. If the vents are completely off, you're still getting warm air coming through. They naturally vent.
Yeah,
there's still air coming through with these.
It really does have like the Honda far away and low dash.
Yeah.
The 90s Honda dash.
Visibility's fantastic.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean, of all 90s cars, yes, it's great, but yeah, the parking will be easy.
Yeah, you don't have the huge airbag pillars here.
Nope.
Yeah, we thought it'd be cool, fun, different.
Yeah.
And appropriate for the time of year.
Man, whoever takes this, please take it on autocross. This
it's like surprisingly good, right?
It is not shuddering. It is. I think that's the partial shelf back there.
Yes.
I didn't reset it. It's just flopping around back there. My car does the exact same thing. I don't know if that partial shelf is removable. Mine is. Some of the Subaru stuff just never. Well, Subaru, when they find something, they stick to it for a long, long time.
Yes. Hence the you can swap over suspension and drivetrain parts between like 20 years of Subarus.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Porsche. Porsche, even more insane. Like you can go like 40 years, with certain components.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're like, this works. We're good. Leave it alone. We'll put the money into other stuff.
Okay, there it pushes.
There's the low speed push.
Thank you.
There's the Super Nunez. But yeah, it's
thank you, Justin.
Surprisingly quick.
Whoever gets this is gonna love it. This is a ton of usable fun in all weather. Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Farmdriven.com.
Thank you.